Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most heartbreaking and shocking moments in music history. We're taking a deep, unflinching look at the tragic day that changed the face of rock forever. The day Freddie Mercury, the legendary and incomparable frontman of Queen, left us. You may have heard fragments of this story before, but in this video we're going to unravel every hidden detail, every behind-the-scenes secret, and every emotional twist that made that fateful November day in 1991 a turning point not only in music, but also in the fight against HIV or AIDS. If you love uncovering deep, rarely told stories from music history, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll never miss our next deep dive into the annals of rock and roll. Imagine a scene. It was November 23, 1991. The world was buzzing with anticipation. And behind the dazzling lights of fame, one of the most vibrant, mesmerizing personalities in rock music was silently battling an enemy that few could even imagine. Freddie Mercury, who had charmed millions with his electrifying stage presence, had been fighting a hidden war for years. Behind the curtain of glitter and roaring applause lay a man in agony, a man locked in a struggle with an insidious illness that slowly consumed his strength. On that fateful day, Freddie, known for his enigmatic aura and larger-than-life persona, chose to reveal the secret he had guarded for so long. He was HIV positive and had AIDS. In a statement that would echo through the decades, he calmly declared to his closest friends and millions of fans, "I have been tested HIV positive and have AIDS." Those powerful words, delivered with quiet dignity and undeniable urgency, marked a pivotal moment in his life and reshaped the world's understanding of the disease. But let's step back and explore the long, painful journey leading to that moment. For years before that day, Freddie's health had been gradually deteriorating. Despite his incredible energy on stage, those who knew him well noticed subtle changes. His once robust frame had grown noticeably thinner, his face increasingly gaunt, and the brilliant spark in his eyes had begun to fade. It was a silent battle, fought far away from the glare of the spotlight. In 1987, when he first received the life-altering diagnosis, Freddie made the heart-wrenching decision to keep it a secret, sharing it only with those he trusted most. In an era when an HIV diagnosis was tantamount to a death sentence and medical treatments were in their infancy, this silence was both a shield and a heavy burden. As time went on, rumors began to swirl among fans and the media. The images of Freddie on stage, once bursting with vitality, started to hint at the vulnerability lurking behind the dazzling performance. Every public appearance, every candid photograph, added a new layer to the mystery. The public, ever hungry for details about the private lives of their idols, began piecing together clues from his changing appearance and unexplained absences. Yet, despite the rampant speculation, it wasn't until November 23, 1991, that the truth was finally unveiled. This was not an admission of defeat or a cry for pity. It was an act of remarkable courage. Freddie broke his silence, inviting the world to witness his private struggle. And in doing so, he ignited a conversation about compassion, acceptance, and the devastating realities of HIV/AIDS. Tragically, fate was swift and unforgiving. Less than 24 hours after making his diagnosis public, Freddie was confined to his London home, teetering on the brink of death. His body, once a vessel for explosive performances, had become ravaged by bronchial pneumonia, a cruel and rapid consequence of a severely weakened immune system. His lifelong personal assistant, Peter Freestone, remembers the indescribable sorrow of watching a man who had given so much to the world, now succumbing to an illness that ravaged him from within. There was an overwhelming mix of hope and despair in those final hours. Although his doctor had hinted at the possibility of a few more days, it soon became painfully clear that Freddie had chosen to take his final bow on his own terms, sparing himself the prolonged agony of a drawn-out decline. Freddie's decision to share his condition with the world went far beyond personal disclosure. It was a powerful, resonant statement. It was a call for understanding, a plea for the world to acknowledge the harsh realities of a disease that had claimed so many lives during the 1980s and early 1990s. At a time when HIV/AIDS was shrouded in fear and prejudice, Freddie's openness shattered long-held stigmas. His brave admission became a rallying cry for compassion, urging society to see beyond the disease and recognize the human spirit fighting against it. His legacy, though tragically cut short, became a symbol of resilience, a beacon for those who, even in the darkest moments, refused to be defined by their illness. Even as his condition worsened, Freddie's unyielding commitment to his art never faltered. Amid personal pain and the looming shadow of mortality, he continued to create and perform, pouring every ounce of passion into his music. His bandmates from Queen recall how, even in the midst of despair, Freddie would gather them together, his voice steady and determined, explaining his situation with a resolve that defied the grim reality. He made it clear that his focus would remain on the art that had always defined him, rather than on the sorrow of his impending fate. Imagine being one of the greatest rock icons of all time, watching your health crumble, yet summoning the strength to continue creating masterpieces that would inspire millions. That was the indomitable spirit of Freddie Mercury, a spirit that continues to inspire and uplift fans and fellow musicians around the globe. As news of his condition and rapid decline began to spread, the British tabloid press pounced on the story with an intensity that shocked many. The media, always eager for scandal, saw Freddie's diagnosis as an opportunity to craft sensational headlines, often focusing on the salacious details of his personal life rather than honoring his monumental legacy. In a period when HIV/AIDS was erroneously linked to moral failings and a so-called gay lifestyle, these invasive reports added insult to injury. Some headlines were so outrageous they implied that his death was a form of cosmic retribution, a notion as cruel as it was unfounded. For those closest to Freddie, these media narratives were a bitter reminder of the prejudices that had long plagued society, and they deepened the collective grief experienced by fans, friends, and family alike. But Freddie Mercury's impact extends far beyond the immediate shock of his passing. His death served as a catalyst for change on multiple fronts. In the wake of his revelation, the world was forced to confront the brutal realities of HIV or AIDS. His demise came on the heels of other high-profile cases, like basketball superstar Magic Johnson's public diagnosis and the loss of influential figures such as Tony Richardson, each one contributing to a growing awareness of the disease's devastating impact. Freddie's courage in sharing his story helped to demystify the illness, paving the way for a broader public discourse that challenged old stigmas and demanded better treatment, research, and support for those affected. In the months and years following his death, the legacy of Freddie Mercury only grew stronger. One of the most significant tributes to his enduring influence was the Freddie Mercury Tribute Concert, held in April 1992 at London's iconic Wembley Stadium. This monumental event brought together music legends from across the globe: Elton John, David Bowie, members of Guns N' Roses, and many more, uniting in a powerful celebration of a man who had redefined what it meant to be a rock star. The concert was much more than a series of performances. It was a poignant call to arms for AIDS awareness and research, a tribute that underscored the profound impact of Freddie's life on both music and society. Fans from every corner of the world tuned in, their hearts united in grief and hope, as they witnessed a legacy that refused to be extinguished by tragedy. Freddie's London home in Kensington has since become a sacred place of pilgrimage for fans. What was once a private residence has transformed into a living memorial, a place where admirers leave roses, handwritten notes, and mementos in tribute to a man whose spirit continues to inspire. Every visit to that quiet street is a testament to the deep emotional connection that Freddie forged with his audience, a connection that has only grown more powerful with time. His legacy is not confined to the recordings and performances that made him famous. It lives on in the hearts of millions, a constant reminder of the beauty, resilience, and creativity that defined his life. Among the many people who stood by Freddie during his most challenging moments, Mary Austin remains perhaps the most emblematic of his inner circle. More than just a close companion, Mary was the person who shared his dreams, his struggles, and his triumphs. In his final will, Freddie left half of his estate to Mary, entrusting her with the care of his personal treasures and the responsibility of preserving his memory. This act of love and trust underscores the profound bond they shared, a bond that transcended the superficial trappings of fame and delved into the realm of true, unconditional friendship. Mary's continued dedication to honoring Freddie's legacy is a moving reminder that behind every public figure lies a private world of love, sacrifice, and intimate devotion. Freddie's bandmates in Queen also played a crucial role in safeguarding his legacy. In the aftermath of his passing, they made a solemn promise to protect his memory and his privacy from the prying eyes of an unforgiving media. This decision to shield his final moments and personal struggles was born out of deep respect and camaraderie, a mutual understanding forged over decades of creating music that changed the world. Today, whenever Queen graces the stage with guest vocalists such as Adam Lambert, it is impossible not to feel the lingering presence of Freddie Mercury. His spirit seems to resonate in every note, every chord, serving as a timeless reminder that true genius never fades away. I would also like to dive deeper into the myriad ways Freddie Mercury's life and legacy have influenced countless aspects of culture, art, and social change. The aftermath of his passing set off ripples that transformed not only the music industry, but also the way society viewed and supported those living with HIV or AIDS. Freddie's battle, his incredible bravery, and his unmatched showmanship became the catalyst for a broader conversation about health, human rights, and acceptance. Today, many artists, activists, and ordinary people continue to draw strength from his story, using it as a beacon of hope in the face of adversity. In the years that followed his death, there was a noticeable shift in public discourse around HIV or AIDS. The stigma that had long been associated with the disease began to fade as more individuals came forward to share their own struggles and personal stories. Freddie's willingness to be vulnerable on such a public stage made it possible for others to speak openly about their experiences, sparking a ripple effect that led to increased funding for research, better treatment options, and greater societal understanding. In this way, his legacy is not confined to the realm of music alone. It has had a profound and lasting impact on public health, on social attitudes, and on the fight for human dignity. Moreover, the influence of Freddie Mercury's life on the LGBT community is immeasurable. At a time when homosexuality was still marginalized and misunderstood, Freddie's very existence was a testament to the power of authenticity and self-expression. He defied conventional norms with every performance, every flamboyant outfit, and every defiant glance. His unapologetic embrace of his identity inspired countless individuals to live their truths, no matter how daunting or controversial that path might seem. Today, as the battle for LGBT rights continues across the globe, Freddie's legacy serves as a rallying cry, a symbol of defiance against intolerance, and an enduring celebration of individuality. The global impact of Freddie Mercury's artistry is also reflected in the timeless quality of his music. His voice, a sublime blend of passion, power, and vulnerability, continues to captivate listeners of all ages and backgrounds. Every note he sang carried an intensity that transcended mere performance. It was an invitation to dream, to feel, and to believe in the impossible. Songs like Bohemian Rhapsody and We Are the Champions have become more than just hits on a chart. They are anthems of hope, unity, and resilience, cherished by generations around the world. These masterpieces are living legacies, echoing the spirit of a man who dared to challenge the status quo and redefine what it meant to be a true artist. Beyond the immediate outpouring of grief and the global tributes, Freddie Mercury's story has been immortalized through books, documentaries, and films that explore the intricacies of his life, his creative process, and the challenges he faced. These works provide a window into the man behind the myth, offering insights into his personal triumphs, his struggles, and the extraordinary passion that fueled his art. They serve as a lasting tribute to a complex personality who, even in the face of terminal illness, never lost sight of his artistic vision. His story is told and retold, not merely as a chronicle of loss, but as an ongoing celebration of his enduring influence on culture and society. Furthermore, the way Freddie Mercury handled his final days has become a powerful lesson in courage and self-determination. His decision to confront his illness with dignity, to speak honestly about his condition, and to use his platform to advocate for change, stands as an enduring testament to the strength of the human spirit. His final choices, both in his personal life and in the public arena, offer us a profound lesson that facing our vulnerabilities can transform them into our greatest sources of strength. Freddie's life reminds us that true legacy is measured not by the battles we lose, but by the way we fight them, with grace, courage, and an unwavering commitment to our truth. Fans around the world continue to honor Freddie Mercury in countless ways. Each year, on the anniversary of his passing, gatherings, concerts, and fan events are organized in cities across the globe. These celebrations are not simply moments of mourning. They are vibrant festivals of life and creativity that pay homage to a man whose influence still reverberates. Every shared memory, every collective tribute, reinforces the idea that Freddie Mercury's legacy is not confined to the past. It is a living, breathing force that continues to inspire hope, joy, and unity among people from all walks of life. In today's digital age, social media has played an instrumental role in preserving and amplifying Freddie Mercury's legacy. Fans across the world use platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to share their favorite memories, photos, and video clips of his unforgettable performances. Hashtags dedicated to his name and iconic phrases often trend, creating virtual memorials that allow individuals to connect, reminisce, and celebrate the extraordinary life of a true musical genius. These digital tributes serve as constant reminders that even as time moves forward, the spirit of Freddie Mercury remains as vibrant and influential as ever. Beyond music and social media, Freddie's legacy has sparked vital conversations about mental health, self-acceptance, and the importance of living authentically. In a world that often demands conformity and perfection, his fearless embrace of his true self is a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever felt marginalized or misunderstood. His life story teaches us that our vulnerabilities and imperfections are not weaknesses to be hidden, but strengths that can unite us and help us grow. This message, so powerfully embodied by Freddie, continues to resonate and inspire millions around the globe. Finally, we must also recognize the profound impact Freddie Mercury had on fashion and style. His bold choices in wardrobe, his theatrical makeup, and his iconic stage costumes were not mere embellishments. They were integral expressions of his personality. In a time when the music industry was dominated by rigid expectations of masculinity, Freddie broke every mold. His fearless self-expression not only defined his on-stage persona, but also paved the way for future generations of artists to embrace their individuality without compromise. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Freddie Mercury, we are reminded of the immense gratitude we owe to a man who, through his music, his art, and his unwavering spirit, transformed our world. His contributions to music and culture are immeasurable, and his influence continues to ripple through every facet of our lives. Whether you're a lifelong fan or someone discovering his brilliance for the first time, there is no denying the extraordinary impact of Freddie Mercury, a man whose legacy remains a testament to the power of passion, creativity, and resilience. Thank you for joining us on this extended journey through the life and legacy of Freddie Mercury, a story woven with heartbreak, triumph, and an everlasting impact that continues to light the way for future generations. If you found this video as moving and inspiring as we did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your support ensures that the memory of Freddie Mercury endures, inspiring countless others to live life with passion, courage, and an unyielding commitment to their true selves. And as we part for now, let us hold close his immortal words, "I still love you." Until next time, keep rocking, keep shining, and always celebrate the legacy of a true musical genius.